Welcome, my friends. Welcome to Big Red Leads. I'm Big Red, getting you and your business back to the black. I want to talk to everybody today. I got a litany of questions, and a lot of them were based around not neglecting the hats that you wear. Um, Me, Big Red, as a consultant, a coach, a business owner, an employee, a parent, as a brother, as a mentor to several young people, as well as being the quote unquote CEO over a lot of things. I wear a lot of hats, as I'm pretty sure you do in your own life. Where do you find the time and the energy to not neglect what you truly mastered? Or simply being the quote unquote overseer of your own happiness. How do you track these things? Understand that any any and all progressions, or the ability to see you progress at anything, is a stem, if you will, a branch of happiness. I get teased a lot from a lot of friends and clients that I don't smile a lot. Trust me, I smile all the time. Why? Because I'm happy with where I am, but I'm not content in where I am. I'm not complacent in my life. I'm not complacent in my learning. I do everything I can, and I make time to not neglect all the hats that I wear. With every hat that you wear, understand there is a list of responsibilities that comes with this hat. There's a list of responsibilities that come with this hat. There's a list that comes with this hat. To all my men, to all my women out there, to essentially everyone. If you are an adult, you wear multiple hats. If you're a teenager, you wear very few, but you are building the groundwork that's really coming to carry you into adulthood so that you can be responsible and be the best version of you, and striving to be the best version of you every single day. There's a great book, Flow. If you ever get a chance, pick up that book. It speaks directly to this. It talks about the psychology as well as the how to go about wearing all these hats. Now, when each one of my companies that I have, as well as me being an employee, understand that I have multiple hats that feed each part of my business. That feed each part of my business. Understand, the better listener that I become, it improves my coaching business. It improves my sound and gadgets, my audio store. It improves my awareness in me simply just being a better person overall. My leadership, I'm constantly improving and working on my leadership. My leadership touches base, and it every single facet of my life. That's where, this is where real wealth is. Wealth simply means well-being. That's what wealth really means. Are you a well-rounded person? That's why when people use that phrase, it comes from wealth. It's are you a well-rounded individual? You are truly wealthy. Of course, there's the monetary wealth, money, and then there's you're rich in this. You're a great listener. You're a great friend. You are a great companion. You're a great lover. You know, you get what I'm saying. Like, all these things have a set of responsibilities. Now, neglecting these things is truly painful in this sense, because the mind, as powerful as it is, the mind works on a negative vibration. And what do I mean by that? Have you ever heard or seen, or it might be you, who is someone that you don't necessarily get along with, or somebody that's in the field of business, and it's like, this person's a fraud, this person's a liar, this person. People say things and not understanding that this person has actually put in work and they got these accomplishments came with the work. Understand that if you're making these type of statements about somebody, or you're witnessing it, do not allow those thoughts to permeate your mind. Because once you do, it's very difficult to get that thought out of there. That's why hating is, it's truly detrimental to your wealth, well-being, as well as your ability to lead. You know, some of these quote unquote gurus and authors out here talking about, like, put your emotion to the side. No, your emotion, you are an emotional being. Understand that your emotion feeds every aspect and every hat that you wear. I'm passionate about this because this motivates me in so many different areas of my life. What's holding you back? 99.9% of the time it's you. And it's a negative thought or a negative response that you got somewhere, and it kind of stuck with you. It resonated, or it seemed like it resonated, and you carry that with you whenever a business idea or possibly some contracts need to be signed, or some actual work needs to be done in your own business, and you start to question it. Makes you hesitant when you need to be pulling the trigger on, let's get this deal done. You know, this is a very, very tricky place to be, because a lot of times we get caught up with what could be, when it's like, okay, it's already done. It's already done. I already see it done. I see the contracts being signed. I see the sales process going well. I'm already thinking about how can I improve upon something that's already completed. Where are you in your process? With improvement, with progression, there is a sense of well-being, real wealth. Like I said, and the more hats you wear, the more study needs to take place, the more being an astute student needs to take place. My basis as far as knowledge and understanding of what it is I'm trying to accomplish and what it is for this individual. If I'm coaching someone and they don't know where to start, obviously, where do we need to start? Where do we need to begin? We need to begin at the true basis and the foundation of what it is that they're actually trying to accomplish, and see their dream all the way through. That means that they're going to put some real work in. Okay, why do you want to be able to purchase a new vehicle for your wife? Why do you want to be able to buy a new home for your children? What is the reasoning and what is the emotional backing that is going to fuel you in those days when you just don't feel like doing it? One way to track these things is something I talk about quite a bit, is a journal. The journal. Write these things down. That way you can see how you're winning. And if you're doing this well enough, you'll be able to see what needs to be improved and where you possibly could be neglecting. Any neglect in any of the hats or the titles that you carry as you, any neglect in any of these areas, one, it's a lack of discipline. Two, it's going to be painful to have to backtrack to fix it and put out said fire. Of course, life happens. A family member might get sick. Someone might pass away. Um, you might be losing a client or several clients that, where am I going to make up this money that I lost? Where am I going to make up this time that I gave to setting up and presenting this proposal? Like, you're going to lose in a lot of ways. But if you're constantly progressing, you're stacking, what you're essentially doing is stacking a ton of good days together. To all that goodness basically becomes greatness. And when you start stacking the great days together, that's when you start talking about iconic, legendary moves that have been made in your own business. If you don't know about real estate and you want to get into real estate, reach out to some realtors, reach out to some mortgage brokers, get an understanding of how they work, how they function, how they actually do it. Would you buy stock in you? Would you buy stock in you? Well, I'm getting better every day. I'm stacking my great days. I'm stacking my good days. The legacy that I'm leaving behind will be worth 10 times, 20 times, 50 times more for so many people. Yeah, I would buy stock in myself. You need to really ask yourself these questions. If you're a nurse, how many are you stacking your good days? Of course you're gonna have days where you feel like you've been knocked down, you've been punched in the stomach, and this just didn't work out. I put in work. I put in work. I put in work on this, and it didn't work out. Okay, does the goal change? Did the destination change? When people start talking about, oh, it's not the destination, it's the journey. Yes, that is true, but it's also not true. Let's get it done. We need results. One of my mentors used to say, she used to say, it's results or reasons. Reasons why you got it done, or you got the results that you actually wanted. And you build from there. Not neglecting, progressing, not neglecting the little things, and simply progressing on the little things. That's where your happiness lies. That's where your joy for doing what you do lies, whether you have a job or whether you have a business. Knowing that my customers and my clients are truly satisfied with the product and the service that I've given to them, I've delivered to them, and I over-deliver in this sense because I want them to be a client, not just a customer, not just a one-off. They pay me this amount of money, and then I never hear from them or see them again. I want to see them continuing to grow and progress. Is that what you want for you as well as them? Because now we're talking about more of a well-rounded individual. That's where I'm saying it again because I think people need to really get a grasp of what this means for you and the possibilities of you. How many titles do you have? Now break down the responsibilities and the duties of each one of those. And what is it with this hat that I'm not going to neglect this, I'm not going to neglect this, and this, all these responsibilities and duties that come with it. Not only is this powerful, it is an insight into who you are. You're not your title, but you are the responsibilities and the accountability and the dedication that comes with each one of these titles and hats that you wear. I hope this message helps today. Like, share, definitely subscribe to the channel. This is Big Red Leads. Enjoy your day and continue to progress every single day. Stack your good days together until you can get to greatness. Love you all. Talk soon. This is Big Red Leads.